I'm so glad that we're together. I'm so glad you're near. It's good when friends are together. I'm so glad I'm here. Welcome to the workshop. Welcome, welcome to my special friend. I'm so happy and delighted you are near today. I'm so glad you came to visit. I'm so glad I am here. It's going to be a really good day, all because you're near. I'm so glad that we can be friends, learn together, grow together, talk together, sing together, a song or maybe two. 1, 2. I'm so glad you came to visit. I'm so glad I am here. It's going to be a really good day, all because you're near. Oh, welcome to the workshop. I'm glad we're together today. Let me put this device away. Did you notice? I brought a jar of sand with me today. Last time we were together, we went to the seashore, and I got to thinking about the sand that's on the shore and creative things that we can do with sand. I'd like to show you one of those creative things now. Let's go over to the table and do something creative with sand. Come on. And I'll set our jar of sand down. Look, our fish has dried since last time. Now, you could put a magnet on the back of this. It could be a refrigerator magnet, or you could glue a popsicle stick to the back, and it could be a fish puppet, or it could just be a decoration like our fish is right now. I love it. But I thought for today's project, we could use this piece of cardboard. This cardboard was under a flat of water that my wife and I bought for our home. Well, a lot of people would have thrown this away, but I was hoping to reuse it, and we have reused it twice. We reuse a lot of stuff here in this workshop, don't we? Yes. Well, some things have to be thrown away, but often people throw away much too much. I thought we could draw with glue on this cardboard and then pour the sand on the glue. And then when we dump the sand off that doesn't stick to the glue, we'll have a picture, a sand picture. So I will need my craft bag. And in the craft bag, I have the glue for drawing and our towel in case we make a mess, and we probably will with the sand. But what kind of picture could we draw with glue? Why don't we draw a sand castle? How would we do that? Let's see. So we could draw some sand, and then we could make a castle with glue. And then we could give our castle a door. There we go. And maybe to the side, we could draw a little more sand. And we could draw a tower next to the sand castle. That's a part of the sand castle. There we go. And we'll put a window in the top of the tower. That's fun. We'll close our glue so it doesn't dry up. There we go. In fact, I'll put that back in our craft bag, because I think we're done with the glue. Now I'll take our sand and I'll sprinkle it on. Or you know what? We could just pour some of this sand on. And you know, you could do this any way that you want to. You could use a piece of construction paper if you didn't have cardboard, certainly. And you could use any color that you wanted, certainly. You could use sand that's a different color. That would be fine too. I've seen sand, all different kinds of colors you can get at the craft store. Or you can just go get some sand from the beach. All right. So that is covering our glue really well. Now, if we're careful and we shake the sand off, where the glue is, that sand should stay. And where there is no glue, that sand should fall off. Oh, and it did. Can you see that? We have our sandcastle and our tower beside the sandcastle. Ah, I love that. And we could pretend like our sandcastle was in an aquarium and our fish goes swimming by the sandcastle. And then our fish goes behind the sandcastle. And then our fish says, peekaboo. You know, this sand reminds me of a time that I visited with my friend, Lieutenant Garrett Winslow. Lieutenant Winslow and I have been friends for many years. And one day he was showing me how he finds fingerprints. He uses a special kind of powder that's kind of like sand. I like to think about that time.
Well, I've got a lot of stuff that I use in my day-to-day job.
Okay.
As you know, Mr. Chuck, I'm a crime scene investigator.
Yes.
So what I do a lot of the time is use science and experiments. So I've got some really neat things to find fingerprints. First up, what I've got here is what's known as magnetic fingerprint powder. Okay. What the powder is mainly a metal and a mixture of black powder or gray powder. You can get it in every color of the rainbow.
Oh, wow.
And this is my brush, which is a magnet. So it sticks to the powder.
Okay.
Most powders are actually made from volcanic ash. So big explosion from a volcano,
right?
The ash is collected and used as fingerprint powder.
First, Lieutenant Winslow gave me a fancy suit to put on over my good clothes. He said the suit was made of recycled paper.
All right, now Chuck, what I'd like for you to do is take your pointer fingers and just rub the sides of your nose.
Sides of my nose.
Take your pointer fingers, and I just want you to touch the paper.
Touch the paper.
Yep. So we're going to take the brush that doesn't look like a brush,
right,
and put it in our powder like we saw earlier.
Sure.
Shake it off a little bit. And then kind of like you were saying earlier with painting, we're just going to paint across the paper.
Oh, wow.
There we go.
Wow, I'm beginning to see fingerprints.
And there you have it.
Oh, wow.
And then just drop it back in to the pot.
Wow.
And it's just like that. Like I mentioned earlier, the volcanic powder comes in every color of the rainbow.
Oh, okay.
And what I've got here is red fluorescent fingerprint powder. It's got a little bit of sparkle to it too.
It does.
It's almost like a pink more than a red.
Right.
But this is really helpful in finding something on a darker background. What I have here is just a regular feather brush.
Yeah.
Well, when I say regular, this is the brush that you use for the powder.
Okay.
It's made of, it's actually got feathers on it. So it almost looks
feathers.
it almost looks like a little feather duster, doesn't it?
It does.
But instead of taking dust away, we're going to be putting dust on. See how messy it is?
It is.
I'm glad we put our suits on, right?
Yes. So everyone who has touched this
That's right.
plastic,
That's right.
their fingerprints are showing.
Lieutenant Winslow had a special flashlight that helped show the fingerprints, so we turned out the room lights and tried his special light.
You see how the fingerprints are shining a bright red now?
Yes.
Almost like a bright pink?
Yes. And this is science.
This is science.
So, did you study this in school?
I did. I
So
did.
you went to school to study this?
Yes, I went to college for this.
Okay.
Found out that I loved it
Right.
and never looked back.
That's
And
wonderful.
I've been, after I finished college, I've got a job as a law enforcement officer.
Right.
And I have been going to classes ever since.
Okay.
So even though I finished college, that
You're-
wasn't the end.
You still learn.
I'm still learning
That's
all the
great.
time.
A lifelong learner.
Yes.
Lieutenant Winslow then explained that he had special glasses that helped us see the fingerprints even better.
So if you want to put these on,
Sure. Thank you. Oh, I can even see the fingerprints that are there better.
and then I'm going to shine the light back on it.
Oh, wow. And it
really brings it out, doesn't it?
wow. Yes, it does.
Now, after I get a fingerprint,
Mhm.
I use either tape or one of these special lifters to get it off.
Okay.
And there you have it.
Oh, wow.
He then showed me what the fingerprints he pulled looked like using the special blue light and through the glasses.
Did you see how the fingerprints appeared when Lieutenant Winslow brushed on the powder? And to think, the powder he used came from a volcano. It's amazing. Of course, the work that Lieutenant Winslow does, he does because he wants to keep families like yours safe. But to think about something we could not see, we cannot see any fingerprints on the paper or the bag. And then he dusted for fingerprints with that special powder. And we see what we could not see before. Amazing. Speaking of fingerprints, that reminds me of a picture some young friends of mine made. I have it right over here. But first, before I show it to you, let's clean up this sand. I think we can brush the sand right back into the jar. And when you go places and you do things, you always want to remember to clean up behind yourself. We'll get the sand off our jar. There we go. And we will clean off our table and our sandcastle. Brush off my hands. We'll put our craft bag away. Now, let me show you that picture my friends made. It's right over here. Yes, here it is by the radio. Each friend put their thumb in ink, and then they pressed their thumb on the artboard. Then someone else came back and drew arms and legs and smiley faces on each thumbprint. At the top it says, instead of somebody, it says Thumbody loves you. A play on words with using a thumbprint. Thumbody loves you. This is a heart with an apostrophe S. And that heart apostrophe S means loves. Isn't that wonderful? You know, there all kinds of ways of showing love. You can't see love itself, but you can sure show it and feel it and sing it. I like you 'cause you're you. I like you are. There's simply no one like you. And I like you 'cause you're you. There's no one quite like you. An original creation. And in 1,000 years or two, there'll be no other like you. I like you 'cause you're you. Your mom and dad might look like you, your brother, sister, cousin too. When you take a closer look, you'll see that they're not quite like you. Guess what? I like you 'cause you're you. I like you 'cause you're you. I like you are. There's simply no one like you. And I like you 'cause you're you. I like you 'cause you're you. I like you are. There's simply no one like you. And I like you 'cause you're you. There's no one quite like you. An original creation. And in 1,000 years or two, there'll be no other like you. I like you 'cause you're you. Your mom and dad might look like you, your brother, sister, cousin too. When you take a closer look, you'll see that they're not quite like you. Guess what? I like you 'cause you're you. I like you 'cause you're you. I like you are. There's simply no one like you. And I like you 'cause you're you. Let's get our pretending toys and have some pretending play. Come on. And I'll get our pretending toys. And who is this? That's right, this is Audrey. And we need Audrey, Lenny, and Boo Caribou. And maybe we can use the picture that we've made of the sandcastle. Let's see if we can stand our friends up here. Now, if you remember last time, Audrey and Lenny were building a sandcastle on the shore. And they were almost done when Boo Caribou came along and saw them and got very excited and ran to the sandcastle that Lenny and Audrey were making. And he was so excited he made the sandcastle fall. Well, Audrey and Lenny were upset. In fact, Audrey didn't want to forgive Boo because she didn't have a chance to take a picture of the sandcastle before it fell. Audrey did forgive Boo, and then they started to build a new sandcastle. Let's think more about that now.
It's perhaps the best sandcastle I've ever helped build. Yes, it's even better than the one Boo caused me to knock down. I'm glad I got to photograph this sandcastle and add it to my book. I guess I'll leave a blank page for the sandcastle that never got photographed. Well, Boo just got excited. He didn't mean to destroy that other castle. And he did an excellent job helping us with this castle. Hey, speaking of Boo, where did he go? I'm not sure. He seems to be all over the place. I agree. He does have a lot of energy and enthusiasm. Hey, will you show me some of the other castles that you have built here in your scrapbook? Sure. Now this one I built before the summer rain. It took me about an hour to build, and it took the rain about 5 minutes to wash it away. At least I got a picture first. This one is an old favorite. I built this one right before Mumbo built his workshop in the garden tree. Really? I don't remember a time when Mumbo's workshop wasn't in the tree. Really? Really. You know, my great-grandfather planted that tree. Cool. In fact, I have a photo of a sandcastle my great-grandfather built on this same shore years ago. Yes, here it is. Wow, that's neat. You really have a lot of photos of sandcastles. Yeah, I guess that's why I was so upset with Boo. I have all these photos of every sandcastle except that one that got destroyed thanks to Boo. I understand now why you were having such a hard time forgiving him. Look, I even have a picture of the sandcastle my great-great-grandfather built. Is that the first? The first picture, yes. But his father built sandcastles too. Only they didn't have cameras in those days to take pictures. So there were other sandcastles that were never photographed? Yes, I guess so. I never thought about that. In fact, now that you mention it, my great-great-great-grandfather painted a picture of a sandcastle he built. I know he built others, but he didn't paint pictures of every one. I guess the fun is in the creation of the castle, not the photo of the creation. I guess so. I've been putting emphasis on the wrong thing. I've been more interested in the memories of old sandcastles and not enjoying the moment building sandcastles. I think that's an important lesson to learn. It is I, Boo Caribou. I didn't want to rush in and scare anyone. I think we're all learning important lessons. Come on in, Boo. We were wondering where you were. I was making a picture. A picture? Well, I know how important it is to Audrey to have a record of all the sandcastles. And well, I remember what the sandcastle looked like that I caused to fall. So I made sand art. I drew, with glue, what I remember the sandcastle looking like. Then I took some of the sand from that sandcastle and put on the glue to make this picture. I thought you could add it to your scrapbook of sandcastles. It's not a photograph, but it's a fairly accurate record. Boo, it's beautiful. Thank you. Yes, I'll add this to my scrapbook, and every time I see it, I will remember the important lesson you and Lenny taught me. I did not teach you anything. Yes, you taught me that I've been putting emphasis on the wrong thing. I've been more interested in the memories of old sandcastles and not enjoying the present moment building sandcastles. I enjoyed the moment that you, Lenny, and I built our sandcastle, and I am enjoying this moment receiving this beautiful sand art from you. Wow! See, Boo? Good came from your accidentally causing the sandcastle to fall. Well, that's exciting. Let's go out and build another sandcastle and enjoy some more moments of being together. Sounds good to me. Me too. To the shore we go.
So Audrey learned that she was putting emphasis on the wrong thing. She was more interested in the records of old sandcastles and not enjoying the moment building new sandcastles. Our memories are wonderful, but we are made to live in the present, not the past. Audrey learned that there have been many sandcastles built that she didn't have records of. And I think that helped her understand that not everything has to be preserved. No one person could take a picture of every sandcastle that has ever been built, but you can always remember the time you've had with friends and family doing fun things like building sandcastles, making pictures, and playing. Today is a present, a gift that's just for me and everybody who's living in this day with me. Today is a present, all wrapped in ribbon and fancy paper, you see. We should open it together and see what this present holds for you and me. This present's not tomorrow. This present is not the past. This present is this moment, but it too will never last. Enjoy it while it's with you. Enjoy it through and through. Live in this present moment, 'cause it's tailor-made for me and you. And we can say, today is a present, a gift that's just for me and everybody who's living in this day with me. Today is a present, all wrapped in ribbon and fancy paper. You see, we should open it together and see what this present holds for you and me. And you know, you make each day a precious present for me, a precious gift. You do. Just by being yourself and being here with me, I enjoy those times, and that's a wonderful gift to give anyone. Well, it's about time for me to go. So I will get our jar of sand and our fish that we made last time and our sandcastle picture. And do you remember I forgot something last time we were together? Our bag of sand toys. So I'm going to put the fish and the sand into our bag of sand toys, and I will take this bag home with me along with the sandcastle picture. Come on. You know, this piece of furniture is called a butler because it holds my coat and this telephone and my device. And now the sandcastle picture. And while it's time for me to go, you know when I'll see you next time. I will see you next time. We will be together next time. We'll sing a song or two or three. We'll sing it strong and merrily. Next time, when we're together next time. Next time, I will see you next time. We will work together next time. We'll talk together openly about important things we see. Next time, when we're together next time. And while there will never be another sandcastle picture exactly like this one, remember, there will never be another person exactly like you. And I want you to always remember that I like you because you are you. I like you are. There's simply no one like you. And I like you because you are you. See you next time.